This segment is sponsored by AJ Fernandez Cigars. One of the most talked about cigars in recent years is their groundbreaking line extension, the San Lotano Bull. The San Lotano Bull features an extensively aged and hardy core of Nicaraguan long fillers nestled beneath an attractive Ecuadorian Sumatra wrapper. Housed in a cedar sleeve which depicts the outline of a bull only solidifies this cigar as a full-flavored cigar. Removing the sleeve reveals a box-pressed cigar with beautiful oily and smooth chocolate brown wrapper. The San Lotano Bull burns nice and neat as it issues columns of smoke while it hits you with a wall of spice followed by leather and cedar. This densely packed cigar intensifies deep, rich flavors and becomes a flavor bomb halfway through. It only gets better with each passing draw. Strong yet smooth and perfectly balanced, AJ Fernandez, who many have called a tobacco prodigy, has somehow pushed the already spectacular San Lotano line of cigars forward with the Bull. AJ Fernandez challenges you to take on the Bull, Cigar Snob's number 8 cigar of the year for 2014. This segment is also brought to you by Age Selects, providing cigar enthusiasts with premium long filler cigars aged at least 5 years for an extraordinary price. The expert buyers at Age Selects go to the factories of major manufacturers and buy cigars that have been aging in their humidors for years. The team at Age Selects inspects them, smokes them, and packages them up, ensuring you get the best quality cigar to smoke. The best part is they are provided to you at an affordable price. Order them online at cigarfrontier.com. Welcome back, everyone, to this final segment of the Stogie Geek Show for tonight. We're going to continue on our Stogies of the week and talk about what we've been smoking. Will and I have been doing lots of traveling, lots of cigar smoking. It's just been epic. Well, you had a note about AJ Fernandez. They're opening up a lounge right in your backyard. Well, not literally your backyard, but yeah.
Yeah, so there was an announcement made that AJ Fernandez has opened up their first cigar lounge. And it happens to be in a town called Salisbury, North Carolina, which, if you're into geography, it's about 35 miles northeast of Charlotte. So it's about an hour from where I live. I've been to that store. It's run by a guy named, the store is called The Perfect Smoke. And this is really another cool shop to go to. It's in a restored Victorian home. There's different rooms in this house, and each room has like a different theme to it.
Wow, that's cool.
Right, so there's a golf theme, there's a railroad theme, there's a hunting theme, a library theme, and now they got an AJ Fernandez lounge, which I have not seen. Pictures on Cigar Coop of I probably should have put that up here on the but it is on Cigar Coop, where there's a nice beautiful mural of AJ Fernandez in his fedora and suit and tie standing in front of the fields in front of the San Lotano barn. So definitely I encourage some folks from North Carolina. You know, AJ Fernandez sponsored the show. I'm actually smoking the Bull, by the way, and it's these are smoking great right now. But yeah, check out that lounge. And I'll probably have something to report on that. I'll probably get up there in a couple weeks, so I'll have a little more info on that.
Excellent.
Yep.
Where were we?
Well, I think we're back to you.
Yes. I smoked some of the cigars you sent me. This is the Dram.
Which Dram?
So this is the Double Connecticut.
Okay, that's the number one.
Yeah, Double Connecticut, number one. Give me a little background on this cigar, Will. I kind of just read about what you had included with the package that you sent me. It seems like these are meant to pair with whiskey.
Yeah, in fact, when I smoked it, I paired it with a Dewar's White. So okay. This is they blended these cigars in mind for pairing them with whiskey. They're actually made by the same folks that make CNC cigars.
Okay.
And if you're familiar with CNC cigars, that's Joe Cusano from Cusano Cigars. The thing about that Connecticut, and it's a very mild cigar, and it does pair very well, I thought, with the Dewar's. When you light up that Dram number one, at least I thought Cusano Connecticut. I thought this was Joe Cusano immediately. It just of all those Drams I had, that one reminded me the most of it. So I think it's a good cigar. I think it does pair nice. I'm kind of curious to see what your thoughts are on it.
Yeah, see, I made the mistake of not pairing it with whiskey. This cigar, it wasn't bad by any stretch of the imagination. It was a nice looking cigar. It burned well. The flavor profile for me, it seemed like the Stogie Santa thing where it couldn't make up its mind. Like it never got into a good groove for me where it was consistently delivering flavor, kind of changing up flavors in a way that really was consistent. And for that reason, I rated a try one. My rating would probably be much higher had I paired it with a light whiskey, like you paired it with, Will. I would seek out another one to try with some whiskey to give the cigar a fair shake. I really wanted to review it because you know how much I love Connecticut's, so I smoked this in the morning. Where I didn't really want to drink whiskey in the morning, so that's why I didn't pair whiskey with it. But I did smoke the Connecticut, and right now this stands at a try one for me.
I had it as a fiver, I
Mm-hmm.
think, but I would probably agree under those circumstances. What I found is when I had the Doers with it, the Doers has a nice finish. It's a very citrusy, clean
Yes.
finish, and it has a little bit of that lingering effect. So when I was drawing on that dram cigar, I had, obviously you're having a pairing effect in there. So I
Yes.
did felt it was enhancing some of the flavors, but I certainly could see that. I thought it was extremely mild. I mean, it was one of the mildest cigars I've had in some
Mm-hmm.
time.
Mm-hmm.
I would not give this to someone who doesn't. If someone doesn't smoke mild, you do not want to give. This is not going to win them over
Right.
by any means. But that's at least why it reminded me so much. The Custano Connecticut's were very mild to begin with, in my book. But I felt, yeah, when you sip on that whiskey, it's how the whiskey finished on the palate, which kind of had the effect on the cigar.
Cool. I smoked an aging room, the bin number one.
Oh,
It
okay. I
looks
want to
like it
hear
was
about
a,
this.
a Toro size.
I want to hear about this.
Yeah, this was a good cigar. It had a nice kind of like caramel profile to it. It very flavorful cigar. It kept your attention. I would call it a fiver. I guess my expectations for this cigar, Will, were a lot higher, and I do have it in another size, and I'm looking forward to smoking it. Um, but I found that it wasn't overly complex, and really kind of falls in a fiver for me.
It was a higher price cigar.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, and I think there's some fairness that the one thing I could be, Rafael Nadal, friend of the show and everything,
Mm,
but I think a fair argument is his price points for the releases this year were much higher. And I think that's got to play into it. So when you're looking at a
right.
cigar at that price point, I could totally understand it.
Back to you, Will.
Um, so, yeah, apologize for that. I just had a
No worries.
little hiccup with my
No, I
notes
can
here.
do my next one. This one's kind of quick.
Do your
Yeah.
next one. Yeah, I apologize
So
for
I
that.
smoked in Arturo Fuente, the Destino Siglio. This is the Don Arturo edition. You know which one I'm talking about, right? Well,
Yeah.
it's very,
Oh, yeah.
sometimes very difficult to distinguish between some of their special kind of limited things. This is the Churchill size. Again, it's got that picture of Don Arturo Fuente on the band. Very, very ornate band. It carries that Destino Siglio secondary band. It is of that Don Arturo Fuente line that comes out with a lot of their special editions. And this cigar, for me, the overarching flavor profile that I get from this cigar, I get this flavor when I sniff the foot, I get this flavor when I sniff the wrapper, and I get this flavor on my palate, which oftentimes is not the case, right? The majority of the times, those are usually three very different aromas and very different flavors that you will get from that. I get the cinnamon flavor profile through it, which is extremely enjoyable. It's a sweet cinnamon that I get throughout this entire cigar. And that flavor profile persists. It's very unique the way they present the cinnamon flavor throughout this cigar. This is fight Chuck Norris form all day long. Some of the other sizes in the cigar are better. This blend has been released in like limited special editions in those little cigar family charitable foundation like 4 or 5 packs, which I haven't been a huge fan of. But these come in like full boxes of Churchills and Robustos, in another little Perfecto size, which I'll review on the show as well. And this is Fight Chuck Norris too. This cigar was absolutely fantastic.
Was this the Churchill you smoked?
This was the Churchill, yeah.
That's the one I haven't smoked yet. That's Cigo de Pechion.
Yeah.
I've had
Very good.
the Amistad, which is the Robusto, and wow, that's a fantastic.
Yeah,
I just
Robusto's
had that at
yeah.
Casa Puente actually.
Yes.
Fantastic smoke.
They did a great job with that blend. Very special, very limited, hard to find, expensive, but
They have my
worth
Casa
seeking out.
Fuente, but
Yeah.
you'll pay for them. Let me tell you.
You will pay. Hey, how was Casa Fuente when you went, Will? Did you smoke in the bar area? Did they have an like in the forum shop lounge section open? I know they were building something right next door. There was a wall there, but it was different last time I went.
Yeah, there's a very limited area outside. So it's inside a mall at the Caesars Forum Shops. So there's a small area outside, and they have that construction still going on where the escalators were.
Okay.
But I smoked inside the shop, right by the bar. In fact, the photo I think I sent to you with the Fuente, that was when I took that.
Okay.
It's a great store. It's pricey, but it's Vegas. So they
still doing construction.
They're still doing construction. I was impressed with all the Fuente swag they had there.
They do have a lot of Fuente swag.
Yeah,
which
they
is
really
ridiculously expensive. But
I mean, it's not. It is a cigar store. It's Fuente for the most part. I wouldn't get anything but a Fuente there. And if you're gonna go there, you're gonna go there to get the Fuentes.
Absolutely.
Some of the rare Fuentes.
Absolutely. Go there and spend the money on a rare Fuente.
They did not have the unnamed reserve 60s. They were out of those.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because that was like the first thing I asked about.
Oh, are you out of those? Can you not find them?
I cannot find them.
All right. I have 2 sitting in my humidor. I'll send you one.
Thank you. Yeah, because that was one I wanted to smoke.
Yeah.
But they had the Don Arturo Destino Cigars, and I was so I smoked the Robusto there. It was really good.
Good.
Yeah.
Back to you, Will.
All right. I got a typo in the Stogie feel fix, but my smoke of the week. And this is a blend that this cigar blew me away when it was in this size. 1502, we've talked a lot about 1502. They've recently released their Coronas, the 5.5 by 42 box presses in their emerald, their ruby, and their black gold. I smoked the emerald. Now, I have liked a lot of the 1502s. I would say there's probably not a dog rocket I've had in that. And I've had some good cigars, but I was really waiting for a breakout cigar in this series. I just hadn't seen it yet. This was it. This is the Belle of the Ball in the 1502 Emerald by far.
And it's the Corona size?
It's the Corona size.
Oh, I can't wait to smoke that. I like that blend too.
Yeah, I may have one more. That's a good trade we can make. In that Corona size, and I've had the Lancero, I've had the Robusto. I mean, it just comes together, this blend. It is so smooth. It's got those notes of chocolate. There's a little natural tobacco. There's a great synergy of the flavors. It's so smooth on the finish, this cigar. And it just had some of the problems I've had with I don't want to say problem, but my one knock on the Emerald is sometimes it didn't have a smooth enough finish. I mean, I just never got that smoothness off the finish. This one on the Coronas, I got it. It's, and people tell me this is a mild cigar. It's a milder cigar, but it's not mild. I think it's more of a medium in my book. And the flavors are just really robust on this. This is a Chuck Norris cigar. This is a real special cigar. This is one of the best line extensions I've had. I have the other two blends, the ruby and the black gold, to still smoke, but this one, I was blown away how good this one was. This is my favorite 1502 I've had to date. Definitely, I wonder if we ever get Enrique back on the show, I want to ask him if, a lot of times they'll blend with a Corona. That's what they'll start out with. So maybe this is exactly what they were looking at when he was blending this thing. It was what I kept thinking.
Nice.
Yep.
Can't wait to try it.
Yep. I mean,
so I smoked a cigar that was sent to me by a listener, ATL, and this is the Tennessee Waltz from Crowned Heads. And
I want to
Yeah,
hear about this.
it's a 5.5 by 52 Robusto Connecticut broadleaf wrapper, Nicaraguan binder, and filler. It was a special direct limited to store release.
Well, actually, it's not. It's
No,
a
it's a special release. They didn't release it.
Tennessee. It only went to Tennessee.
Okay, so it went to stores just in Tennessee. Thank you,
Yeah.
Will. This was fight Chuck Norris for him. Like,
Wow.
it was so awesome. Unbelievable flavors. Just flavor bomb. A very well balanced, awesome cigar. I smoked it before I went on vacation, so I don't have any more notes about some of the other flavors I got from it. But, one of the best crowned heads I think I've smoked probably ever. Awesome. Thank you, ATL. Awesome cigar. Loved it. Yeah, I mean,
When I
that
was
broadleaf wrapper, it's interesting. It's a very different kind of broadleaf wrapper experience from what you get from Tatawahe. Very, very unique broadleaf wrapper experience. Extremely flavorful. So, yeah, fight Chuck Norris, dude. It was just
wow.
balance.
A lot of people
flavor.
and I have not smoked this cigar, so I can't judge it. But a lot of people have really been talking and there's been some mixed feelings about the Crowned Heads releases out of My Father.
Mm-hmm.
But this one seems to have the most positive reviews I've seen of it.
Yeah, I know why. Yeah, it was spectacular.
Wow, yeah.
That's pretty much it for me. So when I was away, I also smoked, Will, I found at Corona Cigar, the Opus X Petit Lancero. That's it's a Petit Lancero, right? But it's got a Bellicoso head on it.
Right,
so it's almost like a Lancero Petit Bellicoso size. Very unique size. You don't find that size with the Bellicoso tip on it very often. I smoked right out of the humidor like the day after I got it. And it's just awesome. I mean, that awesome Opus leather spice, a little bit of sweetness. Fantastic. I love that size. It's one of those sizes of Opus X that you can smoke fresh and you can age, and it just does phenomenally well. Also, epic smoke, probably the best smoke I had. Probably my smoke of the past 2 weeks is from Fuente, and it's that God of Fire Series B Robusto. Oh, is that cigar amazing? I mean, the flavors that cigar produces are off the charts, Will. That's Oasis. I rated it Oasis when I smoked it before, I believe. I'd rate it Oasis again. Just the subtle flavors. It's interesting. It has two different kinds of flavors, Will. It's got the predominant flavors, which are awesome, and it's got subtle flavors, which are equally as awesome or more. It's just unbelievable, the dimensions to that cigar and the flavors that it produces. That cigar is Oasis. In fact, when I saw it, they had about 6 left in the box, and I'm like, dude, can I just buy the rest of those? Like, is that all you have? I'm like, if you have a full box, I'll buy them. If not, can I just buy the rest of what's there? He's like, yeah, that's fine. I cleaned them out. I'm like, it's so good. Have you had that cigar before, Will?
Yes, I have. In fact, when I was down in Corona last January, similar problems. I broke the bank on basically Fuente stuff.
Yeah, they're not cheap. Yeah.
And that's what happens when you go into that store.
Mm-hmm. Unbelievable cigar.
Yeah. I got one more. So right before I went on vacation, I smoked the Avo LE9, the Compañero from the Greatest Hits series. And this one, of all the limiteds, this tends to be, I notice, if people are ranking them, this is one of the upper echelon ones for sure. It's got that Ecuadorian sun-grown wrapper and the Dominican binder. And then it's got that a mix of Dominican fillers and Peruvian Seco in that. So I've had this cigar before. I've actually really, really liked this cigar. What I found, I don't know for whatever reason with this one, what I've always liked about the Compañeros, and I've talked about smoothness and how it's clean on the palate, this one just seemed a little rougher for whatever reason. And again, it could be one that I had in there. I mean, it still had a lot of nice flavors with it. I can't, and a lot of nice complexity. It's an all. One thing I should mention about that filler, the Dominican components are all. It's not all Lajero. The Dominican part's all Lajero. So there's a lot of Lajero in that cigar, and you definitely get the spice off that cigar. And it seemed like I got a little more of that spice on the finish with this one. So I found it a little less smooth, but still I found it a very good smoke. I had it as a box split. So again, it's another good. I mean, so far I've been going backwards with the samplers, and I've been very, very pleased with what these samplers have been delivering for the most part. It's a nice collection to get if you're an Avo fan.
Cool. Awesome. What was the CRA kind of announcement that Glenn was talking about at the end? We wanted to direct our listeners somewhere.
Yes. So here's the thing. When we were talking with Glenn Loop about the new Congress, okay, there's a new set of petitions that are out there that require folks to fill out these petitions. And you can go right to the CRA site, select your state, and it will immediately take you to the petitions, and it will automatically generate the letters out for you to send. It's very important you do this, even though you may have done it already, because there's a new Congress. And these new Congress people need to be communicated about the new, about your supporting this new legislation that you want the FDA out of the humidors. So go to cigarrights.org, and you could go right to take action with your state. You fill it. I did it, and it took me all of 2 minutes. I mean, it was. I just had to put in my address. Is all I had to do, because based on your address, it will find out. It will give you all your local constituents there. So you literally you go right to that page. You'll see a big thing to sign. You'll see click your action steps. It will say sign the petition. You click it. It says it takes 3 minutes. It didn't even take me 3 minutes. And you'll see all the information on there. It's very easy to do it. So Glenn had asked us to give a reminder for that. So I'm glad you mentioned that, because I did forget.
And the contest for this week, Will, where we give away a Stogie Geek Smoke Naked T-shirt, and I think I want to give away a 3-pack. While you think of that, I'm going to go grab the 3-pack. How's that sound? All right. Hold on. So think of all for me.
While you're saying that, okay, and I just want to make kind of a quick Will Cooper announcement here. Anyone who refers a retailer, okay, to me that has a shop exclusive that we can break news on. So if you bring a retailer to my attention that has a shop exclusive, have that retailer email me at the show at stogiegeeks.com. All they have to do is give me some bullet points about their shop exclusive they're releasing. It's got to be from a major manufacturer, so it can't be like a house blend, but it's got to be something branded by a company. I will give them a 5-pack out of my personal humidor of box-worthy cigars. So again, a lot of times there's a lot of retail folks getting stuff, and sometimes they don't know to get the word out. I want to give them the opportunity to get that word out as news. You get me that referral there, and you will get a 5-pack out of my personal humidor.
We're having trouble getting this on the camera. I want to give away a 3-pack.
Okay.
There's a lot of glare. There's a lot of glare from the lights.
Can you switch to my camera? Because I got my Smoke Naked T-shirt on.
Yeah, we can see your Smoke Naked T-shirt. So you get one of those Smoke Naked T-shirts,
yep,
and you get a 3-pack of La Roma de Cuba cigars. These are the Bellicosos. You can kind of sort of see them there. There's I gotta read them, but that's the 3-pack that we're going to give away right there.
Oh, okay. So those are only available at events, by the way.
Ooh, so this is a very special contest we're running. So you get a Bellicoso of the La Roma de Cuba Mi Amor, the Double E, and the Mi Amor Reserva. So there's your 3-pack, which is hard to see because of the glare, I know, but there they are. So we're going to give you one of these and a T-shirt if you answer the question that hopefully will CRA related, I would assume.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So answer this question. The first person to answer this question and submit the correct answer to the show at StogieGeeks.com and win a Smoke Naked t-shirt. And our La Roma de Cuba Bellicoso 3-pack only available at events. So, Will, take it away with the question.
Okay, so we were talking about the smoking ban in New Orleans. What is the name of the councilwoman who basically put that legislation in place? And we did say that. Glenn Loop did say that. So that's the question. What's the name of the councilwoman? And I gave you a hint. It's a woman. The councilwoman in New Orleans who proposed the legislation that eventually led to the New Orleans smoking ban.
Correct answer to that question, the show at StogieGeeks.com. Win Smoke Naked t-shirt in the La Roma de Cuba event-only Bellicoso 3-pack. Thanks, everyone.
Yep, and don't forget, if you don't, before we say goodbye, if you're listening to the replay of this and someone may not get this, if we don't get a live answer, it's open to the replay audience. So send in your answers.
Please do.
Yep.
Thanks, everyone, for listening. We'll see everyone next week on the Stogie Geek Show.
Take care.